So this Chloe Bibby situation is madness. Absolute madness. So Chloe Bibby had an Instagram photo dump where somebody obviously made an AI picture of the situation with Chloe Bibby, Caitlin Clark, and Sophie Cunningham with the police officer. This was a mad situation. Heck, Caitlin Clark got fined for being like, refs can't stop us. It was a funny situation. And all of a sudden now you've got Chloe Bibby getting called every name under the sun for a absolutely harmless post. The only thing that's wrong is that AI thought that AI had the cop as I don't know. It looks like AI thought the cop was a man. It could be. Looks like it. But at the end of the day, that's probably the thing. And it's just one picture in a thing. And fair enough. You know what? There's backlash. I actually don't care that Chloe Bibby deleted the post. Like, I actually don't think that makes any difference. Like, I'm always of the opinion where it's like, you know what? If you've put something in, and if there is a possibility that makes people uncomfortable, take it down. Like, I actually have no issue with that. But issuing a whole apology and everything, and I'm like, you're apologizing to people who, I mean this when I say this, only had an issue with this because you are a member of the Indiana Fever. I mean that. They want to, because you play for the Fever, you are a racist. Like, that is a given. Like, have you seen the stuff they've said to Sydney Colson? Have you seen the stuff they said to Dawana Bonner when she was a member of the Fever? They called her the last four letters of the animal raccoon. That was basically what she was called. They didn't call her Dawana, they didn't call her Bonner. They referred to her as those four letters. Have you seen the stuff they've said to Natasha Howard? And for me, I understand getting rid of the picture. I absolutely understand it. Like, at the end of the day, for nothing else than, okay, yeah, it depicted the cop as a man, it was a woman. Like, for nothing else, just look, you know what, for controversy's sake, just get rid of the picture. Just get rid of the picture. But this is a problem with these dumbass. Like, I'm not talking about Chloe Bibby, I'm talking about the people against her. Like, there's an entire thread about how Chloe Bibby's destroying the environment because of AI. Like, the goalpost is always going to move. You are a member of the Indiana Fever. These people fucking hate your guts. Like, it doesn't matter where you are from, Australia, what you look like, like, who your parents are, what team you came from, who you are as a person. They hate your guts. And it's one of those things where I never understand. And it's one thing, it's like, bending to the woke woman. It's like, I don't even think it's that. I don't think this is a whole, it's to the woke mob. I think, simply put, just getting rid of the picture. Getting rid of the picture and be like, oh, you know what, I'm not dealing with this shit. Fair enough. But like, I'm sorry. If she had just posted this picture, because it was a whole bench mob thing. It is a post about the bench mob. It is a post about the bench mob. That is what it is. It's a post about the bench mob. And this is an iconic moment for the bench mob. And I mean this. Would the response be any different to this backlash if, for example, Damiris Dantas is standing behind her? No. But these people want to make everything a race thing. They do. And this is a funny moment where the players are well within their right to get up and kind of check with their teammate. And it's kind of it's not that often that security that's on the floor is wearing, police uniform. And the security stopped them from crossing halfway line, which they're well within their right to do. It was a nothing situation that was just funny. It was just funny to look at. Like, the cop did her job. The players, did their job supporting their teammate. It was nothing. And it was just an iconic picture. And it's a whole bench mob thing. If this wasn't AI, would this be an issue? Yes. If this was AI, would this be an issue? Yes. If the cop was white, would this be an issue? Yes. If Damiris Dantas was in the middle of these three players, would this be an issue? Yes. Like, that's my whole thing, is that you are a member of the Indiana Fever. No matter what you do, these people will fucking hate you. So, at the end of the day, it's a just you do you. Like, do right like, do right things. Be a good person. Because at the end of the day, these people that are out there, most of these people that are out there trying to, villainize. And by the way, I mean this when I say this. Most people out there trying to villainize freaking Angel for how she reacts on a court. Villainize these Fever players. Villainize all these basketball players that are doing basketball things and normal human things. And by the way, like, a crash out on a court is a normal human thing. It's like Cheryl Reeve. If Stephanie White did what Cheryl Reeve did, they would want Stephanie White sent to Alcatraz. Yes, to be with those alligators. Like, it's at the stage now where this is not a Chloe Bibby thing. This is not a cop thing, a Sophie Cunningham thing, a Caitlin Clark thing. They have painted the Indiana Fever as the enemy. And you are now the enemy. And for me, anyway, I genuinely think that this is something, not that, again, I don't even think Chloe Bibby's necessarily wrong for anything. If she felt the need to apologize, go do it. Go do it. But my opinion is that the attacks on Chloe Bibby on social media were embarrassing. Were embarrassing for what is, at worst case scenario, even looking at this in the least favorable, like, optics towards Chloe Bibby, you can say there's naivety. The amount of racist shit that Chloe Bibby's been called over the last day by the people she's apologized to, because at the end of the day, this was meant to have been. This was a bench mob, and she obviously got sent an AI picture of a bench mob and just decided to put it in because she thought it was funny. Because this would, and by the way, the exact same thing would happen if Chloe Bibby put this picture in without it being AI. The difference is that the problem is that if you are a member of the Indiana Fever, you could literally post a selfie and you would have slurs hurled at you. You can post a selfie and you can have hurls slurred. It is hard being a member of the Indiana Fever. Just like it's hard being, against the Indiana Fever, because this basketball league is no longer a basketball league. Like, I fully believe the commissioner is trying to tank this league, is trying to make it the worst, is trying to make the final so badly viewed that that they can go back to the players in CBA and be like, look, the league's not growing. Like, why do you expect this money? The league only grew because of Caitlin Clark, and that hype's over. Like, that is my theory. That is my theory. Like, the only reason round 2 is more viewed this year than last year is because the Fever are in round 2. Like, last year's round 2 would have been more viewed than this year's round 2 if the Fever weren't in it. I know half the games are Fever games, but it wouldn't have been. Like, if it was the Atlanta Dream against the Aces, last year's would be more viewed. Last year's round 1 was more viewed, and the Fever played one less game last year. We're now at the stage where Twitter dumbasses control the narrative. And, like, that's just my opinion on this, where it's like, Chloe Bibby did, in my opinion, Chloe Bibby posted an image of what was an iconic moment. Whether she posted AI or not, they would have still gone after her. If Chloe Bibby, by the way, if this picture wasn't even in this, they still would attack Chloe Bibby. They still would have attacked Chloe Bibby. Why? Because the bench mob is a problem. The bench mob's a problem. The Fever's a problem. They attack Sid Colson. They attack Dandis. They attack Ari McDonald. It doesn't matter. The only players on the Indiana Fever that are able to get praised by these are players that get praised in as a caveat of, this player is better than Caitlin Clark. Look what they can do without Caitlin Clark, which means you're allowed to praise Kelsey Mitchell. You're allowed to praise Odyssey Sims. It's as simple as that. You're allowed to praise those two players. Otherwise, in the general WNBA circles, you're against us. You're against us. But in reality, this is a sports league. This is a sports league. If you tried to tell me that any three NBA players, walked on to check on their teammate and a cop stopped them and they posted as an AI picture, would there be any backlash? I want you to answer that question. And we know what the answer to that question is. And it's no. And it's no. So for me, I'm like, look, I don't care necessarily that Chloe Bibby took it out. I actually think, you know what? It's probably a smart thing to take it out. The apologizing thing, I don't care. I actually don't care. People are allowed to apologize for whatever they want. The problem is that nothing will ever be enough for these people. And like, I hate the fact that I'm saying this. I am a basketball channel. Look, I mean this when I say this. Like, I will never, ever, 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 ever tell you guys what my politics are. They're probably the opposite to what you guys think. I'm Irish at the end of the day. I'm Irish. All of our politicians are pricks. They're all terrible. Like, all of them. Like, at the end of the day, if you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. That's not dependent on where you were born or how you grew up. Right is right and wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, Chloe Bibby posted a bench mob with an iconic bench mob moment and has had to now post an apology saying she has to educate herself. Educate herself on what? On what? Honestly. Like, every single person knows that what she's being accused of posting and insinuating isn't what this is. Everyone with a brain, that is, and these people don't have brains, because at the end of the day, once they see Indiana Fever, they equate the Indiana Fever to racist no matter what. No matter what. And it's fucking bullshit. So yeah, anyway, Chloe Bibby's highly unlikely to be a member of the Fever next year. So go, and next time if something like this happens next season, don't worry, you're going to be able to post it. If you do this next season, I don't know, let's just say you end up on the Golden State Valkyries again. And it's Kate Martin, you, and Chechi Zandalasini, and a police officer comes in. You can post that again, and you're going to be completely fine. Don't worry, you're going to be completely fine if you do that in the Valkyries. This isn't a problem with what Chloe Bibby posted. It's a problem with the way the Indiana Fever are perceived by these people. Like, I literally saw a post by an account that's meant to be a basketball page say Chloe Bibby is lucky to be in the... Sorry, not Chloe Bibby. Sophie Cunningham is about to be out of the league. She was second in the league in true shooting percentage, was so good that a max contract player was benched because of how well she was playing, and was literally one of the 5 best role players in the league before she got injured. Like, it's fucking bullshit, man.